any rutabaga goodness getting away. Hey y'all, it's Lindsay and I'm back for another Trim Healthy Mama collaboration. All right, y'all, so we're back for another Trim Healthy Mama collaboration, and this time we're doing side dish recipes. And I've been doing this with a group of Trim Healthy Mama YouTube creators here lately. I've got all of their channels linked down below, as well as a playlist with their videos. So go check out their side dish videos and see if anything inspires you. Today, I am going to be making something with this right here. If you know what this is, then you know how amazing it is. And if you don't know what it is, I'm gonna tell you. This is a rutabaga. These are our friends. These have so many health benefits. Let me tell you a little bit about rutabagas. I've got my notes here. Okay, so rutabagas are a cross between a turnip and a cabbage. And so they're a part of the family that's got like cabbages and broccoli. And they're a little bit bitter whenever you first smell them and taste them, and they also have like a really waxy outer layer that's kind of protecting them. A lot of people will just like julienne these up and eat them raw, which gives it a slight bitter kick. But then also you can mash them after you've boiled them. You can roast them, which is what we're gonna do today. You can bake them. You can do all kinds of things with these guys. So as Trim Healthy Mamas, we are kind of in a carb cycling kind of diet eating way. We try to separate our carbs from our fats and always anchor every meal with protein. And with rutabagas, they're a root vegetable, so you would automatically think that they're very starchy. However, in a 100-gram serving, so by weight, not by volume, a 100-gram serving of rutabaga, there are 9 grams of carbs and 2 grams of fiber, so it's 7 net grams of carbs for a single serving of rutabaga. And also rutabagas are super high in vitamin C. So I think these make a fantastic fuel pull if you keep it to the 100-gram serving size. Now with Trim Healthy Mama, we have food freedom, all right? So weighing and measuring can sometimes trigger people into being very restrictive with themselves, and other people can use it as a guideline. So know yourself. Know that if using scales and things like that are going to cause you to have problems, don't weigh them. Just use like a palm size, like a handful of rutabaga as your serving size, and just be good with that. So with this fuel pull vegetable, I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil and a few seasonings, and we're gonna roast them up in my oven back here at 400 degrees. So I'm gonna get you set up to check that out. Timer is done. Clear that. Let's take a look-see. They're getting, ooh. They're getting goldeny. And they're not gonna crisp up a whole ton because of the water content in them. But for now, I'm gonna probably let these go for another 5 or 7 minutes, give or take. So some of these are a little bit crispier than others, but they're tender. They've definitely darkened up in their coloring, which is lovely. Ooh, this little guy, sorry. I'm looking at the pan, not the viewfinder here. This little guy looks delicious, as does this little guy. And here it is all plated up. This is a serving bowl, and in here it's about 400 grams of rutabaga, and oh my goodness, it smells divine. So about a quarter of this will give me a single serving that will be a fuel pull. Hooray for fuel pull that feels like a starchy vegetable. I love that. So I have my serving of my rutabagas. They are kind of like shoestring fries almost. They're tender. They're not super crispy because I didn't let them go for a really long time. And I don't know if I've already said this or not, but if you were to take all of your spiralized rutabaga and stick it in a colander with and salt it and just let it sit there for like an hour, it will sort of draw all of that moisture out. And then you can go through, add a tiny bit of oil and like olive oil or avocado oil or coconut oil. That would be really tasty. And then mix it up with all of your seasonings and pop it in your oven at 400 for half an hour to 45 minutes. And you might wind up with something pretty close to shoestring fries. These are so delicious. I have to try them. And they're kind of long. I should have probably cut them a little bit. That's so unladylike. These taste so good. They're a little bit sweet. They kind of remind me a little bit of like whenever you saute cabbage in a skillet and it gets a little bit like crispy, a little bit like dark, almost burnt. It kind of has a slightly sweet flavor. It definitely reminds me of that. Gosh, it's good. Or maybe it's kind of like, it almost gives you like a sweet potato-ish flavor. You know what would be really good on top of this? My Sloppy Joe mix. Yes. Sloppy Joe spaghetti, but use rutabaga instead of the buns that I made, and use the spaghetti or the Sloppy Joe mix with the leanest meat you possibly can, and then you could probably have 2 cups of this or 200 grams of this, and it could be an e-meal. Awesome. Yeah. Ooh. Don't want any rutabaga goodness getting away. Yes. I'm all for this. Here's one way that I like to have these rutabaga, just a little side salad with a very slight drizzle of a vinaigrette, like less than a teaspoon. This is some baked up chicken that's just got some seasoning on it, and it just kind of got a little bit brown in the oven. And then here is my 1 serving of rutabaga, shoestring rutabaga. Super good, super well balanced meal. This can be a fuel pull. I could have had more rutabaga and put a little bit less oil on my salad and made it into an e-meal. Or I could have added, maybe taken a little bit less of the rutabaga and added some more fat somewhere, like maybe some cheese on the salad or maybe some bacon to go along with the chicken. Just a lot of different variations you could do with this. This is a very versatile little vegetable that I really hope you'll try out. So how many of you have tried rutabaga and actually liked it? Have you been intimidated by the rutabaga? I used to be until Trim Healthy Mama and just trying to expand my horizons when it came to vegetables. So rutabagas, turnips, radishes, those kinds of things, I've never really been one to eat those before learning about Trim Healthy Mama a few years back. So give these rutabagas a try. I love them like this. They are so delicious. And a few weeks ago, my husband Jared, he went through and he cut them into like fries, like probably about as big around as my pinky. And he roasted them up in the oven. They were amazing. Amazing. Roasted rutabaga is a huge fan favorite in our house now. So don't be afraid to try them out. Also, don't forget to go and check out the ladies in the playlist down below. They all have Trim Healthy Mama content on their channels, and they can be a huge encouragement to those of us that are following the Trim Healthy Mama lifestyle. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.